Hello, and welcome back to Spinner of Scares. On the second episode of the hit series Spinner of Scares, we'll be watching 3 more horrible horror movies selected on our amazing Spinner of Scares. So, we have the same movies from the last episode.
Let me cut you off right there.
Yes, Derek.
Don't forget to like,
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification, of course.
And,
of course.
And if you want to go the little extra mile, you can donate to our Patreon.
Yes. Alright.
That's all.
That's all. So anyway, we have the movies from our last episode, including Sheborg, The Revenge of Robert, Werewolves of the Third Reich, High Plains Invaders,
Stop it!
and of course we have the new movies, including Horsehead, Prey, Nothing Left to Fear, inspired by the true story of Stoll, Kansas, and Mega Piranha.
You're gonna die alone.
So personally, I'm very excited. Are you excited, Derek?
No. I am.
Nobody asked for your opinion.
Bro, just shut up! Shut up! I hate you! I hate you! Derek, how do we take that spin and see what our first movie will be?
This is the Patreon Spinner of Scares, so don't forget to subscribe to us on Patreon.
Patreon exclusive.
Yes. And it fell off again. I'm sure it's the same one. Oh, no, it's not.
Right, and we'll be watching The Revenge of Robert. Thank God. Alright. The Revenge of Robert. Based on the haunted true story of a haunted doll. Killing is child's play. If Robert still haunts you, you're not alone. Legends don't die, they kill. This is 2 paragraphs long.
You know, I think Robert's a little edgy.
He's gonna get a little edgier because in Nazi Germany, a toy maker takes possession of a mystical book which gives him life to the inanimate. After evading the SS, who are under orders from Hitler to retrieve the book, the toy maker boards a train in an attempt to flee the country. Thinking he's in the clear, the toy maker soon discovers that a group of high-ranking Nazi officers are also on board.
Uh-oh.
Eventually, his secret is revealed and the Nazis close in. But the toy maker has already used the magical tome to bring a vintage doll called Robert to life. And Robert will stop at nothing to protect his master. So begins a blood-soaked battle aboard the train as the toy maker and the killer doll take on the Nazis. It's a fight to stop the death, and only the victor will get off the next stop. Revenge of Robert.
I can't wait, but
like
it
a
sounds
Sounds amazing.
Sounds like he's pushing the edge a little bit. Pushing the
He's fighting
envelope.
Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Alright, well I'm excited to watch that. So
Are ya?
Yeah, I am. It's a haunted doll versus Nazis, Derek. I don't know what the problem would be. Alright, let's go for that second spin, Derek. And we'll be watching The Revenge of Robert again! We'll be watching it 2 times. Firstly, I'm very excited to watch Revenge of Robert a second time.
I thought we get.
If Robert's still haunts
Can I
you-
choose the movie since I landed on it again?
I guess he gets player choice.
Werewolves of the Third Reich. We're gonna go with the Nazi.
Oh,
theme.
Nazi! Yes! So, just like we had a clown theme last episode, we're gonna have a Nazi theme. So, I think I'll put a swastika in the thumbnail just to... I don't think we got enough views last time, so I'm gonna
Let's
throw
print out some armbands, put them on our arms.
Alright. Nazis of the Third Reich.
Werewolves of the Third Reich.
Werewolves of the Third Reich.
Nazis of the Third Reich's kind of redundant, don't you think?
Half werewolf, half Nazi. total terror.
Oh, that's a little edgy. Watch out.
When the full moon rises, the war begins. In Nazi Germany, at the height of World War II, a ragtag group of American soldiers known as the Fearless Four are shipped off to a military prison. While they're being transported, Nazis attack the convoy, but the rebellious American soldiers manage to escape. Traveling deep into rural Germany, they stumble upon an SS experiment camp run by the notorious Dr. Mengele, who plans to fuse humans and animal DNA to create an army of werewolf soldiers. The Fearless Four are now the Allied forces' only hope of preventing Hitler's Third Reich gaining the upper hand in the war.
Why would he want to do that, though?
The werewolves.
No, but why would he want to stop the Third Reich?
Werewolves of the Third Reich.
Alright, whatever you say.
Alright. So I'm excited for today's episode already, but let's get that third spin in, Derek, and see what we get.
Either of those.
And we'll be watching
Prey.
Prey.
Is there Nazis in this?
Sadly, no, it's just lines. They could be Nazi lines. I mean, if you look up their Twitter history, they may be Nazi lines.
Cancelled.
Hunt. Inspired by true events. Out here, you're the endangered species.
Can we just watch Nazis at the center of the earth instead?
Please. I think we might have to.
No, I'm not.
So, for the first time in Spinner of Scares history, we're actually going to ignore the spinner, and we'll instead...
It's not the first time.
Nazis.
We will instead be watching Nazis at the center of the earth. I'm personally very excited for today's episode. I think we got a good selection going on today.
Oh my god.
So let's watch these movies.
As unlikely as it sounds, it is believed the Dawes killed the colonel and 3 SS officers at a base in Upper Bavaria.
Your ticket, sir?
And your creatures kill people. Especially Robert. He's unhinged.
Going nowhere!
Oh, fuck you!
Just first woman.
So, Revenge of Robert. Xavier.
I don't want to talk about it. Boring.
You're going to speak up.
Boring and stupid. Boring, stupid, and bad. What is there to say? It's dang.
What a great first 20 minutes. I gotta be honest.
No.
If you like cornfields, Revenge of Robert's for you. Because,
It was nothing but cornfields for the first 20 minutes.
Kenzie, would you like to elaborate on the cornfields? Okay, so for the first 20 minutes, this lady and this, like, rapist murderer character, it's kind of like, drive around in cornfields for like 20 minutes. It goes nowhere, it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. And they murder
Yeah,
like...
the John Wayne Gacy bit.
Sure, we'll get to that. We're talking about the first 20 minutes. My favorite part. It's really artistic, very long, quiet shots that are repeated multiple times.
Artistic.
Just flipped it different ways.
I mean, copied.
And yeah. Derek, do you want to elaborate on the first 20 minutes before we move into the...
I don't think I want to. It felt more than 20 minutes, that's for sure.
It definitely was more than 20 minutes. I can guarantee that the blurb in the back of the movie, in the back of the box, was the last 15 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, it was.
Because the first half was Inglourious Bastards, but without the good parts.
Without like good characters that you care about and good dialogue. Just a bunch of corny catchphrases no one ever says.
And it didn't have people, you know, just menacingly staring at you and twitching.
Or gurring.
God!
Yeah, every single character just like has insane person eyes. Like, would you talk to a person on a train, getting really close up to you?
Have you seen this guy?
Have you seen this man?
Excuse me. Have you seen this man?
Nine.
But yeah, talking about this man, there's this very subtle, very neatly designed character.
Neatly designed.
Definitely fits in a crowd.
No.
Xavier, would you like to explain how?
Talk about the 80-year-old man who in like 2012 looked younger than 1940s. It's the main character. He's the toy maker.
Apparently.
He made Robert.
Did he?
Oh yeah, this is the sequel to Robert and the Toy Maker.
That we didn't see.
Yeah, we just picked this movie
And we're
because...
never going to see.
Yeah, no. We picked this movie because Revenge of Robert is just kind of a funny movie title.
And it wasn't a fun movie.
No.
Wow.
It had his moments.
It did have its moments. Like, that, I mean, yeah, it also had sad moments. Like, this tragic backstory of how he lost his 2 children. And, just, yeah,
Excuse me.
just devastating.
Agreed.
Agreed.
He lost
Indeed.
the dolls too. Really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't forget when Robert pulled out a gun though. So.
Yeah, he just like folded into the screen and then pulled up again.
Robert be cribbing though.
So yeah, 20-minute corn row.
More than 20 minutes. Had to
30-minute corn row.
50-minute
car ride. Until both those characters die, and then we move on to old guy with 3 puppets in a train with Nazis and kill like 3 people. And
See, you're only highlighting the killing. You're forgetting that, like,
I'm forgetting
outside the 2 minutes of killing, it was just
him
30
talking to
rip-offs of
30 minutes of monologues and talking about nothing.
And rip-offs of like
You
the
remember
Terminator.
the 20-minute dialogue in Bone Jangles? I
That's
feel like that's what this entire movie was.
Oh
though.
my gosh.
This entire movie was the Bone Jangles
dialogue.
dialogue scene.
Both out the amazing Heath Ledger
Yeah, it's true.
performance.
Yeah, they ripped off the credits from Friday the 13th, and they ripped off the scene from the Terminator where Arnold Schwarzenegger saves the kid. Instead, it's this double agent who saves the old man and then tries to kill him.
Get inside. Do you have the book?
Yes, I have the book.
Then stay with me if you want to survive this.
No, my case, I have.
There isn't time. Come on.
Because he's a double agent.
Yeah, he's a double agent. Quite a twist, actually.
Kind of like Joker's Poltergeist, how like multiple layers.
How nothing. How
they just say.
They
This movie, they just say a bunch of crap that doesn't make sense. It's just drivel. They say a lot of stuff, but it means nothing. It was abysmal.
Anything else on Robert and the Toymaker?
There was nothing else in that movie.
It's the
Xavier, would you recommend Robert and the Toymaker? Would you recommend Robert and the Toymaker if you skipped the first 30 minutes? Damn.
first hour
Kenzie, would you?
No.
and last 10 minutes.
Or if you skipped...
No.
Derek, would you recommend Revenge of Robert?
Not if you want to stay awake.
Or if you skipped the first 30 minutes?
No, not if you want to stay awake.
Would you
Well, personally,
recommend...
for me, I mean, some might just not be like as cinematically sophisticated to appreciate the first 30 minutes. It's just really subtle, really deep, really artistic.
No, it was just nonsense. It was them wanting to show off their old car.
Yeah. Yeah. I recommend it if you skip the first 30 minutes. Kind of be hitting. You see Robert
Would ya?
pop caps.
Would ya?
They're
Oh, there was a
awesome.
lot of archive footage in Robert.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of just World War II footage that just pops in and out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with
like-
the scene that we were just on.
When they have no idea how to transition into a scene, they just put like 3
It
minutes
was
of
actually
war
symbolism, because the first one that was just showing the Nazis beginning to occupy
True.
France and such.
And there was no
that was
party.
the Nazi win. That was when the Nazis were winning, and then halfway through you can kind of see how it's back and forth battle, which is like the back and forth battle between the Toymaker and Nazis. And then it ends with footage of the Germans losing World War II, which symbolizes
Robert defeating them.
Robert defeating Nazis, Robert ending World War II.
Now that we've
Why don't they teach us this in
Seriously?
history?
now that we've discussed further on Robert and found like the deeper themes and imagery, would any of you recommend Robert? Revenge of
No.
Robert?
I can't ironically recommend it.
All
It's
right.
just so bad. There's no the blood's terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
The lack of blood actually. It takes 2 years for them to figure out how
What blood
blood
is.
effects work.
Yeah. So like if whenever someone dies, like they get shot in the head, there's just like the CGI red cloud. And
It's like
that's it.
GTA.
Yep, it's just
That's like, yeah,
red
there's just
mist.
a red dot. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, but it's every death.
We need more like Doom deaths in these movies.
Indeed.
Just freaking heads exploding.
I think you would need a budget for that, and I think they spent all the budget on the car for the first 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and the drone to get the 2 shots of it.
Uh huh. Yeah. And the train, I bet.
All right, on to Werewolves of the Third Reich.
Wait. It's gonna be just as boring, I bet.
No way, no.
Then what the fuck are you talking about? Don't poison my ears with that high-minded liberal dog shit.
You call for me, Doctor?
This is a human brain.
Okay.
Your work, Joseph. Your work. can create soldiers who are quicker, faster, and stronger than the Allied forces.
Everybody smile.
What are the odds that we choose two movies by the same director and writer?
We should.
With like the exact same cast.
Werewolves of the Third Reich. Xavier, your opinions? Your thoughts?
Comments? Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe.
It was the same movie.
Yeah.
It was the exact same movie. It had the same cast.
Same director,
Not
same studio.
Same actor plays pretty much the same character.
Absolute bare minimum plot to justify the name of the movie.
By Werewolves of the Third Reich, they meant Nazi cheating romance plot with two werewolves at the end.
Yeah, it was a furry movie.
Yep.
It just didn't look good. At least the makeup on the werewolves.
Yeah, it was really just like a mask. Like not even an entire face mask, just like
Half.
nothing above.
And then a little bit of makeup on the bottom. They even blended right.
Those four people are known as the Fearless Four.
Yeah, the Fearless Four, the ragtag team of soldiers. It was like one of the four got like their own scene where he was like with this U.S. Army
Rip off Arlie Ermy Full Metal Jacket guy.
who constantly has an eyebrow raised.
Yeah.
So he
That
gets
was the only scene I liked in the movie.
Any man who doesn't want to fight for God and country's a goddamn rope wrangler. Do you like to suck dick, Private Kane? No, sir. Don't give me that. You look like a man who'd suck a guy's dick but wouldn't bother to cradle the balls as he worked the shaft.
Yeah, he gets his own character development scene, and then the other three, they just like talk about their past in a truck.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like shot, reverse shot, just talking for like 5 minutes. Hitler's in it.
Oh yeah.
Tell me, Joseph, what animal are you going to combine with humans to create our hybrid hero soldiers?
The wolf.
Can I say any thoughts, opinions, comments? Werewolves, Third Reich?
Look at the one on the poster. It looks better.
Yeah, looks infinitely better.
That was the worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think that might be the worst movie we've seen in Spanish Scares. Do we all agree that that's probably worse than Clown Town?
No, I don't think so. At least it had the military guy.
I don't think
Clown
he's-
Town had no scenes I liked.
True.
There's nothing I liked about Clown Town.
I feel like Clown Town was also more entertaining. Because at least it had like action happening, and you know it had clowns in the name, and there were clowns in the movie for like most of it.
Fair enough.
So,
Probably a better horror movie.
yeah, I would say this. Yeah.
Now I'm scared to watch this again, so did its job correctly, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just like Hereditary.
Yeah.
Never want to watch it again.
That's different because Hereditary's like good.
I know, I'm just saying it's similar because I never want to see it again.
Alright, so, not recommending this one. After seeing this, would any of you recommend Robert?
If you had a
Yeah.
gun to your head.
Yeah.
Sure.
But what I would say is if just skip both of them.
No, I think this director has a bright future ahead.
No, I don't think he does actually.
Well, that's where we have to disagree.
Do we?
Here's a really tough question. This movie or the first 30 minutes of Robert on repeat for the same duration.
Oh, that's retarded. No lose questions. Yeah, that's.
I'd probably have to go with this movie because at least there's different stuff going on.
Sort of.
Well, in quotation marks, different stuff going on.
There was this one scene, like this concentration camp leader lady was like talking to a bunch of prisoners, and she was being like really sexual with one of them, and told him to go to her quarters.
I like this tattoo.
Thank you, madame.
Don't go over to building 2. I want you to head to building 3.
Yes, madame.
And we thought she was gonna like dominate him, but she just turned him into a lamp.
Yeah.
And then that was it.
These 2 movies mentally drained me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to take a break.
Yeah. Alright, well...
This was the worst episode we have ever filmed.
Well, film 2, so... You can't...
I'm gonna go
Every
home.
time-
That's what I'm gonna do.
It's like multiple times we've said, the next one can't possibly be worse.
And then it's worse.
And it's like way worse, so... I'm sure the next one's gonna be awful, but just terrible. Like, it might be the worst thing ever.
Derek.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Drop.
So, Nazis at the center of the earth. After a break.
Yeah, we should go somewhere.
Indeed.
Where would we go?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Even a pet land. I want to play with the birds.
No stupid animals.
I hate animals. What have they done
Animals
for
stink.
us?
Nothing.
I don't
Except
know, you
provide
have
us
Biscuit.
delicious
You kept
food.
Biscuit.
Yeah,
Biscuit is the
Biscuit-
most mindless creature on this planet.
I
Aside
wouldn't-
from you 3.
I'm actually really smart. I got a 33 on the ACT.
Yeah, you actually are. Like, intelligent.
33 out of 100.
You were supposed to tell them that part.
I don't think Dylan even took the ACT. They looked at him and they're like, yeah, no.
How'd
This
your
guy has
6
like 1 brain
How
cell.
far did your 6 get you? How far did your 6 get?
Well, it got him into film school, so.
Yeah.
Well,
Have
obviously
fun.
anybody can go to film school.
I don't think this dude went to film school.
It's not like they were bad shots or anything. This, actually, if anything, this would be a film school movie. Because sure, it's...
And hopefully it would get the student expelled, yeah. Okay, let's just get out of this house so we need a mental...
Please. I just.
Recharge! Need to recharge.
Recharge the batteries!
So sorry.
Nazis at the center of the earth. It was pretty good.
Pretty fantastic film.
Came in for the save on this one. Sadly, Kenzie had to leave right when we actually started watching a good movie. So, sucks to be her. Xavier, what did you think of Nazis at the center of the earth?
See, we were watching the first 30 minutes. We got through all of it, and I was like, even at the beginning, I was like, this is fantastic. This is hilarious. This is amazing. And then it just kept getting better and better as it went on. Seriously speechless about the quality of this film.
Well, I don't know about quality.
Pretty good. I think this might maybe better than Bojangles.
Oh, yeah.
I think it is.
Which is saying something.
Bojangles had a severe lack of Mecha Hitler.
True. So, now that Derek mentioned that, are we going to discuss the plot in deeper detail?
So what happened? Okay. What happened is, they're in Antarctica. Okay, a group of scientists, and then they start going to the center of the Earth after two of the people disappear, and they notice a giant hole in the ground. So they start going down it towards the center of the Earth, and sadly, there were Nazis at the center of the Earth. So chaos ensues, shenanigans ensue, and eventually. Mecha Hitler.
And you may be asking, well, how did Mecha Hitler get there? Well, I'll tell you. So the Nazis performed an abortion on one of the researchers and used the stem cells to inject it into a machine, bringing Mecha Hitler back to life. I'm not joking. That's literally how he comes to life. And
it's like the plot to the South Park episode where Christopher Reeves takes stem cells and he just becomes he literally becomes Superman.
But what do you guys think of Mecha Hitler's performance? Just overall.
Oh my god!
Like fantastic. It's like essentially all of CGI. It's all CGI. Most of it's CGI except for his head.
It was the worst of CGI. No, when they did like a full body shot, his head was also CGI. But they did a bunch of close-ups on just his head and this metal body. That's what it looked like.
Yes, it's literally Mecha Hitler from Wolfenstein. But let me tell you, he's a great villain because he's not a villain who just lets his henchmen do all the work. He gets down and dirty. He intervenes multiple times.
Oh, does he?
When he's in action, it's quite spectacular.
Oh my gosh.
Haltet ihn auf!
Yes, I don't think a single minority made it out of this film. They wiped them out.
They were trying to bomb each non-Aryan country.
Tun Sie Ihre Aufgabe! Bombardieren Sie jedes nicht-arische Land!
Even the minor characters, you can tell that they're Nazis. They really want to make sure that you know they're Nazis, because one of the Nazis found out one of the people was Jewish and then immediately shot him.
A Jew? No, I'm not religious.
Immediately vaporized him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
It was spectacular. There's really not enough you can say about this movie.
You just have to watch.
Yeah,
it
you have to watch
really
this movie.
Understand.
Everyone was saying the obvious throughout the whole movie.
Oh my God,
it's cold.
They're out in the middle of the Antarctic. It's windy and snowy, and out of nowhere the guy says, "It's cold."
Damn, it's cold.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Is it?
They were trapped in a prison, and then somebody said, "We're not getting out of here."
Would you stop that?
We are not getting out of here.
We have got to do something!
Whoa, he looks pissed.
This is completely unrelated, but one of the characters at early in the film, I guess halfway through the film, he gets his face taken off, his face, he's still alive.
Oh, it's
and then eventually it's his entire skin, and then it shows him still alive there.
Like a week later, how many days have passed?
I don't know how many days passed, but eventually it shows him still sitting there alive. And then one of the researchers is like, "We're gonna get you out of here."
Oh my.
out of here.
No, you're not. Shoot me. He started begging me to help.
It was like the scene in Full Metal Jacket where the Asian sniper lady was like, shoot me, but 10 times worse because he was skinned alive.
Begging for it. And then they killed him in like a painful way. They grabbed a needle.
Yeah, she injected air bubbles into his bloodstream, which I'm pretty sure gives you like a super painful heart attack and makes you die.
They had a Nerf gun right there for this.
Oh yeah, the zombies. I mean, the Nazi zombies have Nerf guns, like literal Nerf guns that are just repainted, with, like futuristic guns. Yeah, he literally had a gun that could have just insta-killed him.
We have the same Nerf guns as these Nazi zombies.
Fantastic film.
Oh my gosh.
Great film. Oh god. Now, is there anything else we're missing out?
A lot. Freaking Gary Busey's son was in this. He showed his teeth throughout the whole movie, which immensely bothered me, but that's about it.
And Gary Busey's a Nazi, who's the spoiler, or Gary Busey's son is secretly a Nazi.
Heil Hitler!
Great movie.
The cover of this, they had the same Nazis just plastered over. Some of them switched. They had like this giant Nazi UFO.
Oh yeah, to get out of the center of the earth, they get into Mecha Hitler's UFO Sky Fortress and blast their way out of the ice.
And then they start trying to bomb all non-Aryan countries.
Yeah.
And
then a massive fleet of U.S. military jets come in, and the Nazis are like, Mein Führer, there are many enemies in the air. And Hitler just says, good, and just wipes them all out in one shot.
Führer, ein Link in dem Besämnis Flugzeug ist in unserem Luftraum erschienen.
Gut. Feuer!
He himself wiped out an airplane with like his Lex Luthor laser jazz.
Well, would we recommend... I have two questions. First, would we recommend Nazis in the Center of the Earth? Yes.
Yeah.
And, is it the best of the three we watched? Yeah.
Yeah.
But my final question, is this better than Bone Jackals?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think it is.
I think it is.
I've seen Bone Jingles like 3 times now.
You have? Are you serious?
I think so. It might be up to 3 this time. It's at least 2. It might
I've
be
only seen
3.
it once. I haven't seen it since we first watched it.
Yeah. I haven't watched it either, and I have it. He gave it to me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I probably will watch it again sometime.
But the effects have dwindled on me. Like, there's still parts of Bone Jingles I love, of course, but...
Like the 15-minute dialogue scene with Heath Ledger.
No, that gets unbearable every time I watch it.
Yeah, you see, now that's part of the reason why this is better than Bone Jingles, because it's just non-stop hilarious.
Hilarious action does not stop. True.
It is.
Like, I wish more filmmakers worked like this. Like, let's just have fun. Let's not have...
Yeah, the guy who played Hitler was clearly having the time of his life. And it was just...
role of a lifetime.
Yes.
You can see in his eyes, like, this is where I peaked. That's
he was so good.
Let's not say good. Let's say he was having fun.
It was still... I don't know,
entertaining.
though. For what this movie is, he was good.
It was kind of like watching everybody do Willem Dafoe's performance in The Boondock Saints. It's kind of like watching everybody do that. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah. Just hashtag having fun.
Just boys being boys.
Yeah. And girls being stripped.
Strip! Oh, and there is a post-credit scene in this movie that does sequel bait. I'm not sure if there's a sequel.
I don't think there was.
Dang. Jangles was also going to get a sequel, but I think they got like
It's
$40
they're still
in
like working on it.
crowdfunding.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could pay $5,000 to donate to it, and you would get the original costume.
Yeah.
It's like a bonus.
Mhm.
And hold on, trying to
You know, half a year of college. I mean, Bone Jangles out.
Bone Jangles costume. It'd be like how like Japanese people have like their traditional family samurai like in the middle of their home. That's what mine would be. It would be Bone Jangles in a like big glass case. Yeah, it'd be like a family heirloom. Forget our Patreon. Spend all your money on Bone Jangles 2 fun. That's
I don't know, Dylan. If our fans if they want to go the little extra mile, then they have
Or
that
both.
right to.
Just both.
Fake Patreon.
Alright, well, those first 2 movies were absolutely awful, but Nazis at the Center of the Earth really came in for the win.
It was worth it.
Really tied together this Nazi special of Spinner Scares.
Yeah.
And I'm just really happy how this episode turned out.
Yeah, me too. The first two were just abysmal, but this made it all worth it. For me, at least.
Yeah. So, see you next time.
Yeah, if there is a next time.
Hopefully on the next time, on the 3rd episode of Spinner of Scares.
God!